Greetings and welcome to the energy of Libra, my fellow Venusian friend. Welcome back to the channel. I have been away on a number of trips and business ventures that I finally returned back to home base and am continuing with the work of the Order of the Twin Sun. I do welcome you back as well for those newcomers. Please use your discretion as to what may appear within the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun in order to see particular energies that are affluential in terms of the energy of Libra and a significant other. This is for the month of May 2022. Please take what you will. I do thank you. So we shall begin with a brief reading in terms of the energy of karma. Okay. So okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, with the expression of Taurus season within solar effect as well as a stellium in Taurus, that is highly that is highlighted by excuse me, the North Node in Taurus, there is a sense of a beginning. Okay, this comes out of the stillness that is found within the swirling pool of chaos within the abstractions of a stellium in Pisces. Okay, at least for the month of May, the solar eclipse will trigger essentially a portal or a gateway into a new type of design. This is of your own making as well. It is a gift from the heavens, from the earth. You are here to become essentially a futuristic representation of the student here in the energy of Gemini, the Page of Swords. The thing is that a lot of what Libra is going through now is dealing with the third house. Also, there is an activation of, let's see here, it would be an activation within Taurus or Aries energy, either the 7th or the 8th houses. Okay, this is a sort of prediction. Okay, it doesn't have to be true, but there could be something of a transformational relationship that Libra, the energy of Libra, is dealing with. Okay, this is essentially 7 or 8 houses away from the activation that occurs within the first and the second house, okay, as opposed to the 7th. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay. Wait, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So it would be the 6th, 7th, or 8th houses, okay. So essentially, there might be a pulling in terms of a movement from the house of self, the 6th house, the last house of self, into the 7 and then the 8. Transformational relationships, okay? I see here that there is a student, at least in terms of the energy of karma, and what is here to be learned from, especially in retrospect, how to look into the past to learn from getting over certain things that have been obstacles in the past, especially blocks in the mind or blocks in relationships, essentially painful cycles of the mind that are triumphed over. Okay, there is a sense here that it would be the Two of Swords in reverse, that there no longer is hesitation. The blinders are off when it comes to clarity. Okay, the thing is that there still is a sort of small obsession, if you will, with the past, especially any strong undercurrents, especially of familial design or something familiar in terms of the energy of another. But I see here the difference would be the three, yeah, something about moving away, escaping from a prison of the mind, and essentially coming into a sense of clarity, coming into a sense of almost a bittersweet nature when it comes to a very important relationship of the past. Okay, this is somewhat affecting your ability to be rewarded in a Venusian way within the 6, 7, or 8 house placement away from and into the house of the self within the striking resonances that occur with Aries and Taurus energy. Okay, so here there is a sense that faith is coming into design, that you're walking into a place of faith that something will open itself up and give this Ace of Pentacles to you. Okay, it will be very intense this period. There will be very strong temptations, but I think you will be able to be quite selective, very much intense in the way you see what there is to take. Okay, and you will take it. It requires a leap of faith, and also there is something about the mother, the great mother that is watching over you, as well as there certainly is some sort of celestial mother watching over you, whether it is literal or physical or spiritual of some sort. The great Guru Mother is here, Venus is here watching over you in all of this, okay? So do not be surprised if some form or another in terms of romance were to come your way. There's something about you that is already free from the past. If there is still a strong inkling of the past, there is a hidden Three of Swords here that needs to be reckoned with. It has to do with the synergies between familial karmas and how these bleed over into one particular past relationship that is karmic in nature that needs to be fixed. Okay. But I doubt that will really give you much trepidation. There certainly is a lot of moving forward and coming into power during this period. Okay, so I see nothing but good. Okay. Okay, so the energy of Gemini is what? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 9 houses. Okay, so there is also something about Jupiter. Okay, with Jupiter conjunct Venus, okay, in the energy of Pisces, great mystical realizations can occur during this time period, especially in conjunction or in affiliation with the solar eclipse or whatever it is. There's some form of eclipse that is occurring very soon, two of them. And there's something about this that has to do with the illuminations that come in terms of the mythical process of dissolution. Okay, meaning that there is an expansion of enclosed safe spaces, and this is on a collective level going to generate a great deal of isolation, but also of purification of the highest degree. And I do wish you well in terms of this. Usually, when Jupiter and Venus get into conflict in a conjunction such as this, a lot may occur because they do not like each other in terms of planetary response. So you would have to choose between one or the other. The thing is that 9 houses away, which is the energy of Guru, with the indication of the Page of Swords that we just saw, there's something here that reveals truth coming into the mythical process, okay, if you let it. Now let's move into the main reading. And I will use, I haven't touched this in a while. Once again, welcome back into the work that is done here within the Order of the Twin Sun. I do thank you for your continued response, and I'm glad a lot of people have not left the channel in terms of following, and that is good. At the same time, if you would like your own particularized reading, I can be made available. Mid-May, I will be traveling into the Middle East. To find a guru as well as a muse in order to pursue and pursue the path of self-realization. As far as Egypt goes, there's also Alexandria, which, as you may know, had the ancient library, and a great deal of mythical information is going to be pursued by the Order of the Twin Sun. So please stay tuned for Giza. I will be posting some content in terms of that. So, astrologically speaking, these 6, 7, 8 houses, okay, from if you were to take the Lagna or the ascendant in Libra, there's something about that nexus, which is it would be the first. When it comes to that particular relationship I'm talking about in May, there is a possibility for you to learn, or for them to learn something about the yod formation that may occur. Okay, it really depends on particular alignments of planetary alignments that would occur around the energy of Libra. Okay. The thing that they would learn, essentially, whomever they may be in terms of a significant or insignificant relationship of some sort, okay, karmic or soul or whatever, there's something about that in particular that would it would bring forward a sense of devotion and duty and purification of their own projections in terms of their own ego identification with that relationship, and they would seek transformation through you in a Martian way. So you have to be careful of that type of energy, because someone will get burned. It could be both of you, and the fire of Agni, in terms of that burning, is said to be a purifier of some way, in some way, shape, or form. But fire is always a good thing in my book, if I were to write one. Okay. Yes, so as I've mentioned, there's something about whomever you're dealing with in the month of May, in which they are trying to declare something. They also mirror an echo of your past. Whomever this is, they, even if they're new, there could be something familiar about them. If they are old, there's something about them that needs to express latent pain, or there's something troubling about their mind. There's something very frenetic about their mind. They need to find a way to get over fear, to process this, and to ride with it. There's an excitement about them. which may or may not be a good thing. It really depends on how much they can use or channelize that energy in the proper way. They are pushing forward in terms of the energy of Taurus as well as Gemini, okay? And they're also devoted into a type of strength, into conjuring a type of strength for themselves and for this recipe of either goodness or disaster. It really depends on the situation. What I do see on a conscious level is that you are in it, both of you are in it for a nouvelle connaissance, which is this is a step away, to be honest, of the spiritual path. This also is a step away from the needed rest and reprise, if you will. There's something about this type of situation that would possibly agitate or create chaos in the energy of Taurus and Uranus, okay, which is terribly destabilizing, agitating as hell for the Queen of Pentacles. But it's also the lesser form of Venus. Okay, now there are two forms of Venus. That is the form of Venus that is naturally at home in Taurus, and then the elevation of it in Libra, okay, which is in the seventh house, so from the 2 to the 7th house. Now with this, there's an element of, once again, nouvelle connaissance. There's something new in terms of choices, but then this is a type of choice that it's not necessarily away from the spiritual path. There's something about the energy of Libra that has been gestating. And this is also the energy of anyone in the world who is concerned with another, who primarily uses their energy or their force to balance out situations or relationships with others. There is a sense here that something will be offered and it will be taken. So there is a unity and harmony in terms of this type of situation or relationship. This is going to empower you big time for both of you because we have the Magician here, and which is basically another type of Sun card, at least in this deck. And there's also the High Priest, okay, which is a type of magician. He's sort of a high priest also. There's something about this particular energy that it allows for a lot of joy, okay? And this is something that is needed or deserved by both of you, whomever this is, whatever this is. It may be destabilizing in terms of agitation, like if you need a place to chill, this is not the type of relation to go into. But then there's a lot of very fast, very positive energy in terms of what needs to be done or shaken, okay? A lot of nervousness, I would say, coming from their end. And this nervousness may unsettle you in some sort of way, but I think if you were looking for something bright, if you were looking for something new, something to be faithful to, this is something that would be right, okay? Because what I see here is that from the subconscious to the conscious realm, the Ace of Cups comes about, okay? And this is a form of compassion. This is a form of friendship, okay, that I rather like. In terms of karma, in terms of what type of situation or relation you would have to this type of person, this type of energy with them, there's something about you that would almost rather. It's very interesting. There is a type of search that Libra is going through with this type of situation. This is a search pattern, okay? Meaning that with this other, there's something striking in terms of the mystical quality that they have, that is somewhat intellectual but mostly energetic. That is tied to a very mutable mind, okay? The energy of desire is strong here. Because their key signature is air. Very detached qualities, but also there's something about it that has to do with a passionless sort of exploration here, and it could be a very magical connection with whomever you're dealing with. It could be a friend, it could be a new connection. What I'm seeing here primarily is that this may be a type of something that they have been waiting for and something that you are waking up to, okay? They have been waiting for as well as you are waking up to. There's something about you that is very much sort of economical or ergonomical in terms of thought patterns. And you've been able to temper in isolation or in deeper forms of dhyana or sadhana, which is meditation, clarity of mind, presence of mind, a focus, okay? And this is bringing in that light of day. This is something that you can potentially capitalize on if you wanted to in terms of some form of investment, okay? This relationship could be a type of investment for you. Um, what I do see is that there is a passionless type of choice, pathwork that they have to deal with. Also, there's something about you that comes from a place of stillness and a place of detached quality as well. So this is a very light relationship, whomever you're dealing with, or at least, excuse me, there is um, energetic communication that is almost empty. What I do see ultimately here is both of you bringing about a sense of joy, and it's a detached sense of joy, almost a mature sense, okay? Meaning that it is desireless, it is passionless, but it is fruitful in some way, shape, or form. There is an ability here to level with this person and also to create temperance and to create a sense of balance and harmony in terms of what is expected versus what is given through the auspices of Jupiter, okay, and the Sun. So, I'm seeing here in the month of May an ability to have a very sensual and light as well as accommodating time. You are embodying a very humble process of taking the lesser form or the terrestrial form of Venus, okay? And this makes you sensual, it makes you pleasurable to the highest degree, to the point of finding a very still and sturdy benefactor, if you will. But the person that you're pulling in has a lot of nervous energy and scars from the past that need healing in some sort of way, and they will do so if you let them. They can be your altar, if you will, a type of altar. Okay, this does not have to resonate for everyone. If it did for you, I do thank you for tuning in. If not, I do wish you well in terms of your own path and journey. I do thank you, dear Libra. Bye bye.